everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video is a bit of a rant video because I recently read a book that kind of rekindled my love for vampires in fiction, and I kind of really want to just put this plea out to the world. Bring vampire books back. So the book I read it's not necessarily got a main character who's a vampire, but it was just so good, guys, and I'm going to tell you what that book is now. And this book was Aurora Sky Vampire Hunter by Nikki Jefford. Nikki Jefford's a very well-known indie author, and she's written lots of books that have amazing ratings on Goodreads, and I read Aurora Sky Vampire Hunter this month, and it kind of blew me away. I quite literally read this in one sitting because I was reading it for the booktubeathon, and it kind of rekindled my love for vampires. So the premise of the story is we have the main character, Aurora Sky, who is driving home from school one day. She lives in Alaska, by the way. This book's based in Alaska, so if you're from Alaska, you need to buy it just for that excuse. She's driving back from school and she gets in a car crash and dies. But when she wakes up, she's not dead, and she's actually being brought to life and had like organ exchanges at this very top secret base. And it turns out she is now a vampire hunter. She has a special blood type, which means if vampires bite her and drink her blood, they become temporarily paralyzed, so she's used as a vampire hunter. It's kind of like bait to go out in the world, get bit, and then kill a vampire. But she's very, very confused, and because she doesn't necessarily want this to happen in her life, she wants to go to college and lead a normal life, so she starts to rebel and she starts to change. And just this book has so much amazing storylines. It's a bit of a new adult book. There is some very steamy scenes which I love, obviously. I feel like in vampire novels they really fit when there's a steamy scene. But the main character kind of falls in love with this guy, but then there's this other guy who comes along who she really does not fancy at all, but she is all constantly told that he would be better for her. But she writes this bucket list that she wants to complete before the end of the school year, which is so awesome. And then there's the whole issue about her having to kill vampires, and she's kind of used as this bait where she's kind of put out there. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed this book, and it's really made me want vampire books to come about. So thanks Aurora Sky, I kind of want to talk about some vampires now. When I was younger, this is something you guys don't know, when I was younger I go through stages of wanting to be a mythological creature. It was a witch the majority of the time, but there was a stage where I wanted to be a vampire. So reading this book and seeing how vampires were portrayed was really cool. These weren't your typical can't go out in sunlight vampires. These were vampires who literally have a disease in them that they've obtained, which keeps them immortal, basically. I really liked the portrayal of the vampires in this story. I thought it was really cool. It's not cliche, it's not cheesy, it's just normal. These are normal people who wouldn't know, who you couldn't tell the difference, basically. There's also this kind of cult going throughout the book where there's some people who know about vampires and vampires being real and they like being bit by them. And I just like Aurora Sky's struggle to kind of get through this new world and understand it. This is the first in a series, and this is free to download, by the way, on Kindle and iBooks and things like that. So if you did want to read it, you can definitely go and download it for free. So it's not like I'm telling you to go and buy this book. It is free for download. I just really wanted to talk about it because I'm really obsessed with vampires now. So I really would like you guys to do something for me. Please go and download the book if you want to read it, but also comment down below recommending me some novels based around vampires or vampire hunters. This book was definitely like Buffy the Vampire Slayer / like MI5, like MI6, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer on steroids, basically, which I loved. So if you're definitely a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer on steroids, then this is a book for you, and I would like you to now to comment down below to me some vampire books, and give this a thumbs up if you like books about vampires, because I feel like vampire books have got a bit of a stigma towards them, and people always say, oh, I'm not going to read that because they're vampire books, and publishers aren't publishing vampire novels at the moment. But why not? I mean, how amazing was Bram Stoker Dracula, and how, you know, everybody loved Twilight. No matter how much people say they're embarrassed by the story, people still loved the book. So let me know what you think about this, guys. I really would like to know, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below some vampire books, and definitely give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and go and download Aurora Sky. I'll leave the Goodreads page down below. You might want to go check more about it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you again super soon. Bye.